G'day guys and welcome back to Rabbitohs the Great YouTube channel. So in today's video guys, we're going to be going over my predictions for the rest of the season. So I think there's 3 rounds to go as I'm recording this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to the Nrl Ladder Predictor and we're going to predict the next 3 weeks and the finals. So as you can see, Rabbitohs, I love my Rabbitohs, but I will try to be not so biased in this video. So yeah, I will definitely try to keep it as unbiased as possible, but I really do think that the Rabbitohs are a chance to win the premiership this year, depending on how finals play out. So yeah, I'll give you my predictions and we will go from there. So just remember that these are just my opinions, guys. You're all entitled to your own, and I would love to see yours down in the comments. But just don't dislike this video for the sake of disliking it. I really do want to know why you disagree with me. So if you do drop a dislike, I don't mind that at all if you don't like my predictions, but please leave a reason why down in the comments below. Now let's go and check out the video. Alright guys, let's get this started. So as you can see, this is the actual ladder as it sits after round 22. So Storm, Panthers and Rabbitohs have all finished in that top 3. They can't drop out of there now. You've then got Roosters, Sea Eagles and Parramatta, then the Knights and the Titans. So basically in this video, guys, we will be pretty much looking to see who will finish where. So who will finish in the top 8 out of sort of this little area here, a little bit lower as well, and basically how the top 3 will round out. So I do think that there will be a little bit of a change, and I'll explain that soon. But yeah, let's check it out. So next week we have Storm versus the Titans. Now, spoiler alert for my tipping video, I will probably be tipping the Titans in this one. I do think there could be an upset, a few upsets this weekend, but for the sake of realism, I'm going to say Storm to win by 12. Pretty happy to lock that one in. The next game, I definitely think the Raiders could be in with a chance against the Sea Eagles, but I think with the form that Manly are in, they should get the win there. So that will pop them up into the top 4. The next game, I am backing the Rabbitohs up here in Queensland. They play amazing in Queensland, and they have broken the record for the most consecutive 30-plus point games in a row. I think they've got the form to beat Penrith, especially with Cameron Murray there. The 2 games that we let teams put 50 points on us were against Penrith and Melbourne, and that was when Murray wasn't there. He makes a massive difference to the team. I do think the Rabbitohs will get the win against the Panthers, and that's not just my bias speaking. I honestly do think the Rabbitohs can beat Penrith, so I'm going to back the Rabbitohs. I think it'll be fairly close. I'm backing them by 2. In the next game, I'm actually tipping another upset, and I'm going to back the Tigers by 1 in this one. Realism, the Sharks could win this, but I think the Sharks are a bit flat at the moment, and the Tigers are actually starting to hit form now. So I'm going to back the Tigers here. Remember, guys, this is just my opinion, so please let me know if you disagree with this. But I do think the Tigers will get the win there and continue to push for a finals position. The next game, I don't see the Bulldogs coming anywhere close to winning this one. I'm tipping the Knights by 24, and they will cement their spot in the top 8. I don't see them falling out after getting this win. I think they've pretty much cemented their spot in the 8. The next game, I think Eels will be back on the winning front here. I'm going to tip them by 8, but yeah, I definitely think they'll beat the Cowboys. I don't see the Cowboys winning too many more in 2021. The next game is Dragons versus Roosters, and I think the Roosters will get this one done quite easily there. I'm tipping them by 30, which will knock Manly back out of the top 4. But yeah, other than that, we don't really see much change to the ladder from that game. And finally, for the round, I'm backing the Warriors. I think it'll still be fairly close, backing the Warriors by 4. So that's how my round 23 ladder will look. Let's see what changed from the actual ladder now. So realistically, the only change is Penrith drop down to 3rd, Rabbitohs go up to 2nd, and then from down here we see the Dragons and Sharks drop to 12th and 13th respectfully, and the Tigers and Warriors move up. All right, let's check out round 24. Knights versus Titans, I think, will be a very good game. However, in Queensland, I think we're going to see a Titans upset in this one. I'm backing the Titans here. I think it'll be close. I'm tipping them by 2. In the next game, we've got the Warriors versus the Raiders. I'm assuming it'll be played at the Sunshine Coast. I can't remember exactly where it's being played right now, but yeah, so I'm thinking the Warriors might actually do it here. So I'm going to tip the Warriors in this one. Only going to tip them by 2. So I think the Raiders are pretty much out of finals contention at this point. So we'll continue on here. Rabbitohs versus Roosters. Fingers crossed I'm going to this game, but I think the Rabbitohs will get this one done by about 18. I think they've got the team there to get that one done quite easily. So Rabbitohs tied up with Melbourne in 1st, but we obviously know Melbourne will probably finish 1st here in 2021. The next game is the Dragons against the Cowboys. I think the Dragons will finally get another win on the board here, but I think it'll only be by about 2 points. And that's pretty much their finals hopes wrapped up, though, that they won't get back from there. Sharkies will defeat the Broncos, they keep their finals hopes alive, but I don't see it happening. 18 points, I'm tipping the Sharks by there. Storm, easy win over the Eels. I'm tipping them by 30. I think they'll absolutely destroy Parramatta. Sea Eagles will get back up into the top 4 there with a 38-point win over the Bulldogs. So Sea Eagles probably will finish up there in the top 4 unless round 25 changes much there. Then Panthers, I'm going to say a 48-point win over the Tigers. They'll easily account for the Tigers there. So let's see what changes have been made after this round happens. So we see not much change in the top 8 really. The Rabbitohs still jump up to 2nd, and Manly jump up into the top 4. Down at the bottom here though, we see the Raiders drop. So they drop down to 11th. And obviously the Dragons are still down there at 12th. All right, so then we will jump in and do I think that's the final round? It is the final round. All right, so we'll do the final round here. I think the Raiders can get the job done here, but I don't see them. They're just, the for and against is way too far out for them to get into the top 8. So while I do think they will beat the Roosters there in the last week, I don't. They won't get into the finals with that. Storm, I think they'll easily account for the Sharks, and they will wrap it up and get the minor premiership. Panthers will get an easy win over the Eels, winning by 24 plus, putting them back into 2nd. But we all know who the Rabbitohs play this week, so don't be surprised if the Rabbitohs jump back up to 2nd, because it will probably happen. The Knights will beat the Broncos, definitely cementing their spot in the top 8. Cowboys against the Sea Eagles. Manly, easy win there. I'm going to say 48 points. They will definitely get the win there over the Cowboys. Rabbitohs, easy win over the Dragons. I'm tipping them by 30. Dragons, no hope. They're out. They're gone. Then we have Titans versus Warriors. So if the Warriors win this game, they jump back up into the top 8. which would be amazing. And I would love to see that. But I don't see the Warriors winning this game. I think the Titans will get it done. Don't think they'll flog the Warriors, but yeah, I think the Titans will cement their spot in the top 8 with that win. And finally, Tigers and Bulldogs. Tigers, I think, will put an absolute clinic on against the Bulldogs to finish up there. Tied for 9th, ironically. But yeah, they'll finish about 11th there with their for and against. I think they'll put in a really good performance against the Bulldogs. But yeah, we all know the Tigers deserve to finish 9th. Just a bit of a joke there, guys. All right, so that will pretty much wrap up my predictions there for the regular season. We're now going to jump into finals. So if the finals are played in Queensland, I do think we could see some upsets with these games. But I think it'll all go pretty straightforward. So first game, Storm should beat Sea Eagles. I think it'll be a very good game, but Storm should definitely account for them. Roosters and Titans. Now, if they're played in Queensland, I think the Titans could get the job done, but realism's sake, I'm going to back the Roosters. I think the Eels are way out of form now. Hopefully, for Eels fans, they can find some form in the finals, but if they're playing like they are now, I think the Knights will get an upset there. Then we've got the Rabbitohs and Panthers. Again, if Rabbitohs do finish second and get that home final, I think the Rabbitohs will get the win there against Penrith. All right, so I know I'm going to sound biased with that, but I honestly do think that the Bunnies can beat the Panthers. However, had that have been Storm, I would have been a little less likely to pick the Rabbitohs. All right, finals week 2. Sea Eagles and Roosters. Manly will win that one, and Panthers will win that one. All right, the next week. Once again, I am going to sound biased here, but I'm back in the Rabbitohs to beat Manly, and I'm going to say Storm will. Their form is just amazing. I don't see many teams getting close to beating them this year, so I'm backing Rabbitohs and Storm to play it out in this year's grand final. Now, if this is at Suncorp Stadium, I think the Rabbitohs are a damn good chance. All bias aside still, I think the Rabbitohs are a damn good chance of winning this. However, unfortunately, I've got to back Melbourne. I don't see the many teams coming close to beating the Storm this year. I think that's the team that will win the premiership in 2021. All right, guys, that will pretty much wrap it up for me. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to drop your comments down below and let me know your predictions. Thank you all so much once again. I'll see you in the next one.